The air in Mactan on April 27, 1521, didn't smell of salt alone. It smelled of impending storm. On one side, the armored ghosts of the Spanish Empire waded through the shallow surf. On the other, the pulse of the islands, the Maharlika and the Timawa, stood ready to defend their soil. To understand the Battle of Mactan, we have to look past the steel helmets and see the warriors who held the line. When Lapu-Lapu refused to bow to the Spanish crown or the demands of Raja Humaban, he wasn't just being stubborn. He was upholding the sovereignty of his people. He called upon his most trusted elite, the Maharlika, the martial aristocrats, clad in fine silks and heavy gold ornaments that glinted in the morning sun. They were the tactical leaders. They didn't just fight. They mastered the Arnis and Eskrima, the Timawa, the backbone of the Visayan warrior class. These were seasoned fighters, many of whom were tattooed ones, pintados. Every mark on their skin was a record of a battle won. Magellan made a fatal mistake. He overestimated his technology and underestimated the tide. Because of the jagged coral reefs, the Spanish galleons couldn't get close enough to use their heavy cannons. The Maharlika saw the opening. As the 49 Spaniards waded through the waist-deep water, their heavy breastplates became anchors, not armor. As the Spanish reached the shore, the air hissed with a rain of fire-hardened bamboo spears and tipped arrows. They came at us with such resolve. Chronicler Antonio Pigafetta would later write that they seemed like hounds. The Maharlika led the charge, their long Campillan swords designed to cleave through the gaps in European plate. The Timawa swarmed the flanks, using their callous daggers with surgical precision, targeting the exposed legs of the Spaniards. The battle wasn't a chaotic brawl. It was a targeted strike. The warriors recognized the man in the feathered helm. They surrounded Magellan, isolating him. A Timawa's poisoned arrow pierced the captain's leg, and as he stumbled, a Maharlika's scimitar finished the job. Seeing their invincible leader fall, the remaining Spaniards retreated. The islands had spoken. The steel of Europe had been humbled by the wood, bronze, and sheer will of the Mactan warriors. The Battle of Mactan wasn't just a skirmish. It was the first major resistance against Western colonialism in Asia. The Maharlika and Timawa proved that local knowledge of the land and the fierce protection of one's home was a force that no empire could easily colonize. The Campillan was the primary weapon of the Maharlika elite, a long, single-edged sword with a distinct, dual-pointed tip, designed for wide, sweeping strikes. The callus was the versatile sidearm of the Timawa, with a wavy edge that increased the cutting surface. The Balara was a leaf-shaped dagger for finishing moves. For defense, they used the kalasag, a lightweight but tough wooden shield that allowed for quick, rhythmic footwork.